Alright, hey, how's it going, guys? It is MetaGamesGX here, and it's a lovely Saturday going into Sunday, and we just had a Saturday Remote Regionals, that was with the side deck. They do these a lot, and it was a 100-man capped regional. It's my first Remote Regional. It was actually my first regional since 2015, when I was playing, like, Duelist Alliance format. That was literally my last regional. And that regional I scrubbed out, and that was my first regional, so I had a lot riding on this one on some level because like competitive Yu-Gi-Oh is something I just got back into and like I really want to do well, and I haven't really proven my chops and done anything really competitive. Like I top 32 the RBT and Edison, but that doesn't really matter. This I just aided the side deck regional today, so there was 88 players and I hit 5th place going X11 with branded Despia, my favorite deck of the format. The last couple formats ever since TEARLAMENTS, you guys know I love the purple cards, not the floodgate purple cards, the good purple cards, aka fusion monsters. And we'll go over matchups afterwards. I just want to say thanks for watching. Let's get into this. So 3 Albaz, really standard. Don't even, I mean, you want to play, you have to play 3 now with Quem. You will go through all 3. 3 Aluber. I mean, really, just, I don't even have to explain these guys. 2 Cartesia. Someone even in the regional was like, you run 2 Cartesia? I'm like, yeah, I run 2 Cartesia, you kind of need to. Like, this card's insane. This card is, does so much. So basically, you can kind of bait through hands and like end up specialing with Cartesia to play through certain hand traps. It's also a quick play fusion, obviously. And it's discard fodder, so you can discard this for fusion summons and costs and stuff like that, and you can recur in the end phase, so that's why it's not bad to like Quemsing Cartesia and then like opening for Cartesia, so you start having, or like get another Cartesia out, because like you will start like recurring advantage by just adding back those Cartesias. This deck has an insane grind game, and I think you don't have to put too much resources into making this deck have insane grind game, and this card really does it. You want to, I run 2 Granguinol. I think running any less than 2 is incorrect. I mean, I guess if you want to make room, but it's on, like, the OCG plays at 3 for a reason, and I know Branded Fusion's at 1, but it's like, whatever. Alright, so the one-ofs, going Quem, Albion, and Spriggan's Kit, Despian Tragedy, and Mercurier. So I guess get my puppet too. So these guys were pretty okay. I cut the Bastille package. I don't like Sarnier, don't like Lubellion, and I think that's going to stay for the next format. I think those cards are kind of bad. Sarnier's okay, but Lubellion's kind of bad. Like, if you're doing the puppet lock version, I think, at least. So it didn't come up for me at all, not having Sarnier or Lubellion today. Like, maybe the Sarnier might have helped, like, with, but like every hand I had today was really good. There was one hand where I bricked, but like Thrust made it the most insane hand of all time, and I won. So Kit, this card is okay, but like, yeah, it didn't come up today. It might come up in another tournament. Very cuttable. Nothing else cuttable. I might want to put this to 2. Puppet is also insane going first. It's also good going second. People say it's only good going first, and like, just like, have you ever played a grind game with Despia? Like, so that's why I like this being main decked, because going second, when they don't know you're on branded, you can sub for the grind game if you don't have OTK, and like, quote unquote, you should be able to sub for OTK, but a lot of the time you can't. So this will guarantee that you get there. And then Mercurier, also a second one came up today. Like, I wish I had a second one, but it is what it is. I would not play 2 without Allure in my deck, and this build does not have Allure. I have been testing with Allure with like Kaijus, and I don't really love it right now. I mean, it's okay, but I think I might actually stick to a build similar to this for the next format. It really just depends. These are really performed today. And this deck's kind of insane. Like, there's no crossouts, no called by. So yeah, I mean, I would like to go 3 Merc, but I could never go 3 Merc. I would never cut like a kit over that. Hand traps, 3 Droll. Fuck this format. So I've been back and forth on these cards and branded, but like, when you retrospect of this last format with Super Heavy and kashtira and purrely. Thank God I played no purrely today, but I was like ready. I just think I was undersided slightly, and I forgot my Titanic Clad in the extra deck. It's a thing, like I rushed out my deck list a little bit, so it is what it is. But 3 draws. This card was insane today. Like there was so many times where I just like draw pass, and it wasn't even against super heavy. It was against like heroes. It was against kashtira. So it's just really good. Yeah, you go down to one, but you need it. These are going out next format though. You have room, and they could go into side deck honestly. Probably not though. And then these cards are just fucking insane. Like best hand trap by far. I didn't like getting shifters today. I did get shifted like once or twice, but like I didn't kill Ash with this. This was always just like a kill your opponent's card kind of thing, because like it doesn't come up where you like brand fusion, like they Ash and you have this most of the time. It's just insane, and you can. It's also Albion targets. It's also what the nice part is, like so I was originally not on this card in this format because I was like, oh, you just brick, but like this doesn't matter. This card's at fucking 1, but like you can basically just send it off and make fusion, so it makes it not brick after resolving it once. Spells, 3 opening, 3 fusion. Opening's fucking insane. Don't cut that card. Because you can summon out Quem now. 3 deployment. Don't cut this card. This is a fucking insane card. This card helps you play through boards. This card helps you steal games. Frankly, like you get out either. I mean, like I don't play Dark Magician. I don't think Dark Magician is necessary whatsoever. Like if you just have a red, you can blow up the back row decks, and that like Dragoon's good against, and like Kashtira you don't really need against anymore. So like deployment with the Albaz, you always go out to an Albaz going second, and then Cartesia going first. It's just really versatile card, and you can search off the available natives, the one-ofs, Gold Sark, Brand Red, Brand Lost. Some people wanted to cut this. I was thinking about cutting it, but this card comes up a lot. Like not even the negate the effect. It's just the search. The search ability is just insane. And it just like makes your hands like they only have like brand fusion, like get into a Cartesia, and like I think this card will be necessary going forward. Gold Sark, I don't think I Gold Sarked at all today. I actually did not see this card, which was kind of funny. And Brand Red was insane as always. Like this is one of the best cards in your deck. Just Guardian Chimera is an insane card. I don't think you need ad lib for that either, especially with Quem. So here's a spice. I was testing on this before the guy who top 32. I just want to make sure. So this is something that this was very much I was on my mind, especially the Herald because of Purrely, and Triple Tactus just to give you a little bit more because it's always live. And Thrust because I'll just do this. Just do the main deck Thrust package plus dupe. Never resolved the dupe. This card was I've heard it's insane, and I think it would be, and it's not even bad as a hard draw if you have the fusion in hand. So I'm thinking about testing this still. I'm not running crossouts, I'm not running called by. That's why I just went today. I was like, I see this build, it worked, we went to top 32, and like I've been trying to make brand work, like, and I'm trying to make go down the bricks. I think this build honestly like is very much all killer no filler. The hands were very insane today. Herald Abyss didn't come up either. Triple Tactics came up a lot. I won a game off of this, draw 2. Thrust came up a lot. I won my game 7, my last game against Mathmech by just having a brick hand, and then he had a Heat Soul after I gammaed his Alan version, and I just thrusted out for a fusion and won. And I had lost in like all bricks in hand, but like it made that hand work. So this card's insane, super high value. I want to keep this card in my deck going forward. I would not run 3, however, but well, I might, because I didn't see this card enough. Like, I think I could run this at 3 or maybe 2 talents and 2 thrusts. Herald can get cut now. This could be a drooler in the next format, honestly, because of Sprite and Kashtira. But I was also thinking about doing the Allure package, but I think this is actually just super solid because you don't have to run the crossout package. But I do want the 3rd thrust if I'm going to be doing that. But this was great. Just didn't see it enough. That's my opinion on the thrust package. search anything out. It's broken. And then the last 2 cards, Expulsion Rat. No imperm. I mean, I'm not running the cross-out package. This card's insane. Honestly, what's kind of funny is, like, this card does make, like, because I saw a lot of main deck Bastille, so this card's just insane. Like, I'm seeing why it's banned now, because it lets you play around those Bastilles, because you just, like, already try to banish the Gimmick Puppet, but, like, Rat is really good, too. I'm glad I played it. It's really good in the grind game, and it makes Albion Shrouded, like, insane. I kind of cut this before, and it's like, okay, Omni Negate. I don't think it's ever really useful as an Omni Negate unless it's in the grind game. But it's a great card. I would not cut it. I would be playing it next format, and I did cut it for a little bit. Alright, 4-card main deck. Let's go into side deck, or extra deck. 2 Mirror Jade, 2 Albion, 2 Lube, 2 Grand Guinal. So, only thing really I have to talk about is 2 Lube, 2 Grand. I see, like, shout out to Galzo. Does Galzo just not have Kashtira as locals? Like, you ran, like, 1 Lube Alliana as Nats Day 1. I'm just like, huh? Like, have you ever read Unicorn or, like, Diabolus? Like, for the people running 1 Lube Alliana, I'm just like, you know, I respect all branded players, so this is no hate. It's just like in this format with Diabolus, like, this is why I run 2. Like, it sucks for the space, but honestly, when I was looking at this extra deck, it wasn't really an issue for space. 2 Grand Guinal. This card's insane at 2. You just, like, make it on your turn, make it on your opponent's, and just generate infinite advantage. Also, you can float it into Quem, so it's pretty good. One of Albaz targets. These cards are all insane. This card forces kind of just like certain interactions, and it's really good graveyard effect. Would not cut this. Like, there's some times I'm like, I might want to cut this. I would not cut this. Alba Lenatus is insane. I play against Dragon Link. It's gonna be better next format. It's also really good. Like, once you run through your Albions, like, this is really good for just like recurring fusions from your deck. And Sprint is really good just for Albaz, and also its effect to move zones to pop over and column. It almost came up today if I actually played correctly, but like, it's fine. I still made it. And this card's the best card in the side deck or extra deck. Made this card basically every game that I could. In most games I would just make this, make Grand Guinal to go for Puppet Lock, and most of those games worked. Then the last 3 cards, time card that didn't come up, this could get cut. Quertus. I'm a fast player now with this deck. It's just like when people slow play me. 1 Chimera. This card's insane. Every time this card came out, I won the game. Like, it makes red so much good. I cut the Stapelia. I kind of wish this was a Stapelia, but it really wouldn't have mattered. And I'm glad I had it, to be honest, because of time. So extra or side deck, 3 Kaiju. This is like literally word for word the extra or side deck from the YCS. I didn't have time to make a side deck. I've been testing the new format, so this is where I kind of stopped making my own decisions. 3 Dark Ruler. Yeah, 3 Dark Ruler never came up today. I don't know. This was useless. This card's not good in this format, and I don't think it's gonna be good next format unless Sprite really takes off. This card was bad too, but I'm glad I had it in theory. I kind of wish this was Lightning Storm, to be honest, though. But I'm running Bastille, so it's probably a good thing I didn't. And then 3 Raiden. This card was okay, I guess. I need it for purrely. I feel like I was underside for purrely because I would like to have like 3 Santa Clauses, but like, it's whatever. I'm running 3 Nibiru, which basically can't, if you make purrely do a lot, you can get them over 5 summons. And then these cards these were the best cards in my these were the cards I sided in every game going second, essentially. I mean, this would go in over Nibiru on the decks that, like, I didn't really care. Or I mean, I knew like wouldn't go under 5. Like I lost my Dragon Link matchup because the guy was just like kept playing 4. Also cheated, but that's okay. He was a nice guy. I don't think he actually intentionally cheated, but you know, it is what it is. Like, so these were insane too in theory. Like, I mean, these could be crows though. I'm not too sure if like how I feel because the Magnemite search in Druid Swarm is nice, but it's not really. It doesn't really. I actually never searched off Mag today. So it really was Nibiru MVP. And I think I'm gonna keep these in my side deck. I might even main them in my next format. They're insane. We'll just go over this quickly. Round 1 we went against Bright. This guy was cool. I played him on the Remote Grandmaster before. He was playing Sprite. He was playing like crossouts though. He was like playing 2 starter because he was like he just bought the deck for the new list and didn't feel like paying for a third, so it was just 2-0. He kind of bricked a lot, and he Ibli'd me. I just crashed Ibli and was done. I think Ibli's kind of bad. Like the deck, once you Ibli log, like they have no follow up. Round 2 was Marine Sus, and I 2-0'd. I think I actually went 2-1 against him, but he was not running the Ice Shade tuner. It wasn't very explosive, and I had Nibiru. So then I went against round 3 heroes. That's where like draw also came up in the kaijus. Like I felt like my side deck was very like good for this. I always had like cards to put in, even though I didn't use half my side deck, which is pretty interesting. I just didn't know what I was gonna see, so I had to be prepared for everything. Round 3 against heroes, 2-0'd. I just nib and draw is the most brutal combo against that deck, and so I just rolled him game 1 with a gamma, then just won, and then I just rolled him game 2 and won. So it is what it is. Smoking that hero pack. So then I just round 4 was kashtira. I tied. Whatever, slow player, it is what it is. I probably should have said something. I wanted to say something, but he was like slow playing. He might have just picked up the deck, to be fair, but still. Then I lost 1-2 against Dragon Link. He cheated, so it is what it is. And then 2-0 kashtira. That made me very happy. And then my last game was against MathMech, and I 2-0'd MathMech. Very nice player. They were all very nice players. Everyone very nice player overall. So I really appreciated that. I just want to give a few shout outs and then we'll get out of here. I just wanted to get this deck profile out before the new ban list, frankly. But if you guys want a deck list of the new my new branded stuff, just let me know. I mean, I'll be doing like other regionals and stuff like that, but I can just like release my list and then like once I top, I'll do another deck profile or a deck profile after that. But I just wanted to get this out here because it's my first regional. Like I gotta do a deck profile. Like I'm the deck profile guy as of right now. If you look at all my top videos, they're all deck profiles. So, you know, very proud of myself. This is my biggest Yu-Gi-Oh achievement. Yeah, it's just a regional top, but it's a lot to me. It's something that I always thought I was never going to get for a bit, like, frankly. So I never felt like I was a great player, but, you know, I've been really proving myself, and I just want to give shout-outs to the people around me that have made me better. This last year, like, just meeting the people over at, like, Genesis, everyone getting me better over there, and obviously everybody at Heart of the Game. All the homies there just constantly like just testing me and like pushing me to my limit basically, because like Heart of the Game has some of the best players in the whole country, frankly. Like Buffalo Yu-Gi-Oh community is the best community in Yu-Gi-Oh at local, like in terms of location, in my opinion. So you know, we're gonna be taking over. Like we were like everybody, like there were so many Buffalo guys in Top Cut of day 2 in Philly. I was very proud. And so I'm gonna be, you know, I'm glad to be at least carrying on good in that name of being in the Buffalo community. So shout out to those people, and thanks for